No. Hey, Clayton. No, I'm not kicking ass. I'm kicking my own ass, apparently, with these bombs.
Well, that just happened. Group up with me. Join me.
Cheers, Dave. The update on the sound? That's what we like to hear. So I like to call the first game I play my practice round, because it's just getting back into the flow of things. Oh my god. And then we'll see how we do in later rounds. So I'm thinking of, like, when I archive this live stream, I'll start it on the next game. That's where it'll begin. Damn.
10 seconds remaining.
I'm back.
Oh, we won. Okay.
Play of the game.
Player of the game. Triangle lady. With the gun from Portal.
Traveling to Eichenwald.
Just sent Dave a little message in the chat.
Cheers, love. The cavalry's here.
Prepare to attack. Select your hero.
Clayton, I just want to say I really enjoyed your video about Roland Tembo and if he could take down the T-Rex. And I think you're right. He doesn't fire his gun really at all in the whole film. But you kind of feel the presence of the gun throughout the film. I suppose it's like a really cool observation. I'd never really thought about that. Like, everyone loves Roland Tembo, but the only real thing he does in the film is he, captures the baby T-Rex, saves Sarah from, well, reaches down and picks him up, and leads everyone basically to the, towards the InGen village, and then he tranquilizes the T-Rex. But he never actually, like, shoots anything. Oh, I guess in the roundup sequence he sort of orchestrates that, and he has that awesome monologue. There is a lot to love, but it's not like, it's not like he's, like, I'd say Robert Muldoon, where, he fires a gun and stuff. Or at least he's going to. He's like a successful Muldoon. There's a way to look at it.
Attack commencing. Capture objective A.
Activated. I have found the enemy. Come and face me.
Oh, didn't see that up there. Clayton says, I think he had such a great opening when he puts Ludlow in his place. Instantly asserts his badassery. Yeah, for sure.
I'm back. Thank you.
Don't listen to any more suicidal ideas. Okay. The weird thing is, though, he does take the baby T-Rex to the Indian camp. Like, close enough. So he does risk the lives of everyone at the camp by having the, you know, the T-Rex. He wants to lure the T-Rex quite close to the camp. Like, what if that went wrong? Like, let's say the T-Rex actually did turn up. Like, what if that situation went wrong? Oh, it was the double bluff all along. Come on, we've almost got this. Yeah, that's what we like.
A captured. Escort the payload.
Protect the payload. Everything back to deja vu. Smashing. No one can hide.
The payload is in my charge. Let us move it.
Oh, look at that. Let's get this moving, guys. He would definitely die if the T-Rex showed up. Yeah. I love that scene when him and RJ have to like jump down the tree to avoid the car. It's like a very miniature homage to Tim and Grant going down the tree. Like if you could look at it that way. And it's very quick. Oh my god, he just died. What is going on? They're all down there.
I will watch over you.
Ah.
I'm back. Wait for it. Now, where were we?
Damn.
I'm back.
I activated by clearing the area.
No one can hide from my sight.
Have you seen Clayton? I don't know if you've seen. Have you Google imaged Roland Tembo and seen that sort of made up image of like a, you know, an old sort of comic book, like a pulp comic book you would get in like the 50s or in the 40s. That's like Roland Tembo wrestling this crocodile. It's like he's like punching it in the upper jaw while its mouth's open, saying something like "all in a day's work." It's brilliant. You should see it.
Vital signs negative. Here you go. Cracking. Justice reigns from above. Let's try that again.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Too easy. That's it. Yeah, it's brilliant. I want to know who made that. Like, I would definitely read those comic books. If that was like an actual Jurassic Park spin-off comic book, I would love it. That would be amazing.
I've got you in my sights.
Howdy Chaos. Howdy Chaos. Chaos Knight. That's it. Says Chaos Knight says, "Hey guys." Got there eventually. My eyes sort of did some adjusting. This person, I've never managed to kill them. Oh, I got pinned. Oh, and I got revived. Thank God. Get in there. Oh, damn, it's a massacre. Hard at work, man. Hard at work. and it feels like hardly working. There's my answer, Clayton. Oh my God, they revived me again. Thank God. Shit. Yeah, prep that Patreon. Prep it good. I'm playing Arc later, says Chaos Knight. Do you know what? I've never played that. Shit. They're gonna win. We're so close to winning.
Where does it hurt? Thanks. What's the hold up? This is not your time. Let's get this moving.
Ah. Clayton Fioriti says, I've been thinking about starting an Arc server for people on the channel. Be cool to have a tribe of Jurassic-minded YouTubers to play together. Yeah, that would be cool. I think I would rather watch that than be a part of it. Just because Arc requires so much time. And I actually, frankly, just don't have the time. Unless I popped by. It would have to be like a pop by thing.
Play of the game.
Man, we won. We won.
It's hand.
Double kill.
Yeah, no, I want to get loads of Jurassic people together on Evolution when Jurassic World Evolution comes out. Ooh. Gotta give props to old Blackjack because they revived me twice. Do you want to see what I'm using as a mouse mat? Because I'm on the sofa. I'm using this Walking with Dinosaurs huge book. And it's got like, look at this. If I take the cover off, it has all these like Pokemon stickers in the front. And it says, to Jack, happy birthday, love from Nanny and Grandad from 1999. So it's like, I would have been, what, 10? Yeah, it's a really nice book. It's got like really cool images and stuff in it. But I'm using that as a mouse mat.
Select.
Better pick my character before I get kicked. There we go. Hello, Rayleigh. Yo. Clayton says, recorded the documentary on VHS for that when it premiered. Yeah, I remember watching it on BBC every night. Like when it came out, I watched it live, and then I got the VHSs.
Cheers, love. The cavalry's here. Game on.
You can smash things up in here. Ugh. Destruction.
My ultimate is charging.
Spewing money out.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
Come on.
Alright. It's game time.
Deviate from the plan, and victory will be ours.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commencing. Escort the payload.
There we go.
Enemy turret ahead.
Clayton says, love the post-the-Sucus stuff in that documentary. So does Chaos Knight. Yeah, it is an underrated creature. A couple of videos I'm working on for this channel. Well, I say a couple. I'm working hard on a cartoon series that I want to release on the YouTube channel in 6 parts. And like an animated feature. So like it's going to be 6 parts, this cartoon, and then I'm going to put all the parts together, and it's going to be like one long film. And I've got the post-the-Sucus is one of the creatures that's going to be in the cartoon series, because I wanted to have like loads of dinosaurs that not many people really focus on. Hello, Witch Doctor Productions. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, so like I'm working hard on this cartoon series that I really want to
Enemy turret down. Enemy turret ahead.
Clayton says, dude, that's awesome. I actually thought of doing that on my channel as well. I really need an animator though. Can't wait to see the story you tell, man. Well, the thing is, I'm making it up as I go along. Like that's been my sort of work ethic for this project, is that I'm not planning most of it. Most of it's all improvised. So I'm like just making it up as I go along. Oh my god, look at his health. I posted some like teaser images of the cartoon on my Instagram, and I've got the running title at the moment is Dino Defenders Extreme. It's meant to be like a Saturday morning cartoon sort of thing, but at the same time it's going to be way more adult in sort of theme and tone, hopefully. Basically, it's very much inspired by what I'm playing, Overwatch, because Overwatch has this sort of overly stylized look to it, but it's kick-ass. And I also kind of like base some of the dinosaur designs and stuff on the Chaos Effect toy line. So it's because there was going to be a Chaos Effect cartoon back in the day. That's what Universal had planned, and because obviously that never came to be, I thought, well, there's a sort of window of opportunity there to create something that sort of fills that void of like, oh shit, I just walked straight into that bomb. So yeah, Dimetrodon's in there, Megalosaurus, a few other things, other dinosaurs, Deinonychus or Deinonychus, however you want to pronounce it, that's in there. And a few other little surprises. Okay, should be back now. For some reason my computer does that every now and then. It just decides to restart. No idea why, but we'll see about getting that fixed at some point. Okay, right. Back into it. Back into the game. Top 5 dinosaurs, asks Chaos Knight. Clayton says T-Rex, Triceratops, Brachiosaurus, Stegosaurus, Platosaurus. Wow. Interesting choice. Chaos Knight says T-Rex, Allosaurus, Utahraptor, Therizinosaurus, and Edmontosaurus. I don't know how you could pick a top 5 dinosaurs because they're animals. That's like saying what are your top 5 animals, but every animal is like unique in its own way. But if I had to, definitely T-Rex, obviously. So T-Rex, Amargasaurus. It's my favourite sauropod. I think it's kick-ass. What would I say? Stegosaurus. Let's have a think. It's a flying reptile, but I'd go Quetzalcoatlus and Baryonyx. And you would not believe how excited I am that Baryonyx is finally going to be in a Jurassic Park movie.
Round 1. Capture the objective.
I might need this later.
Just let me know if the sound's coming through okay. I think I should be. I should be coming through okay.
The objective is now active.
Ah, fell off the edge. Sound is fine. Thank you, Riley. It's actually very hard to narrow your favourite dinosaurs down, says Chaos Knight. I like Baryonyx and Ceratosaurus as well. Ceratosaurus is definitely up there because that's one of those dinosaurs. It's one of the first dinosaurs to ever appear in a movie. Like the first live action dinosaur film that had like animatronics was Brute Force from 1914, and in that film, you know, there is a Ceratosaurus animatronic that's really big. Playing alongside these like actors. Oh shit. And like the Ceratosaurus has appeared in so many dinosaur films across the years. And the latest one is Jurassic Park 3.
In the fight.
And obviously its latest appearance in any sort of media really, aside from like people's artwork, is the Jurassic World Evolution trailer.
Ever get that feeling of deja vu?
Oh shit. Chaos Knight hopes that the Baryonyx makes its way to the mainland somehow. I'm assuming you're talking about the Jurassic Park movies. Baryonyx. The landmass that the Baryonyx lived on is now England, or the UK, for God's sake. There's a Baryonyx fossil in the Natural History Museum in London, and it's so kick-ass. And they're big, like they are a big animal. Yeah, we lost that one.
Lost.
You got me thinking about dinosaurs. I'm not really concentrating now.
Score 0-1.
See if I can get this in. Oh, that was close.
Over my dead body.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
Okay, see how well we can do coming the other way. Or doing the next one.
Get over here and heal up.
Not very well, apparently.
I'm securing the objective.
But yeah, I'm just going back to the cartoon I'm working on. Like, I don't know when you guys will be able to see like the first sort of bits of that, because quite an ambitious project, and as I mentioned, I'm making it up as I go along, and also like I've got to get musical for it and type up the dialogue and all this sort of stuff. So because it's not, I don't think I'm gonna have any voice actors. I think it's gonna be like almost like a silent animated film, like a motion comic in a way. But yeah, it's coming along nicely. I've just got to do it in like my spare time. I did begin to sort of live stream painting some of those frames from that cartoon on Twitch, which I think I'd like to continue doing once I've got my office all sorted out and I've got it all properly set up, because painting on a sofa on a live stream is not really ideal. Yeah, the I put the Megalosaurus design for it, Clayton, on my Instagram, but that's still, it says final design on it on the image, but it's actually not. Since I've released that image, I've gone, oh, actually, I could add this and this, and that'd be really cool. So. I would get this. Ah, can never kill that person. Moira. Well, we might win this if we can stay on the point.
Back to work.
Chaos Knight said, I'd like to create a cartoon series, but I can't draw though. I would say I taught myself to draw. I didn't, learn to draw via any teacher. I just looked at pictures. And instead of tracing, because I have this thing, tracing over something doesn't necessarily teach you the way to draw it. The best way is to put what you want to draw next to you and then look with your eyes and try and emulate it in front of you. Because that way you'll be able to understand all the nuances and everything. And for me, that's how it got ingrained in my mind a lot easier. I'm not an amazing artist by any stretch of the imagination. There are people out there who are millions times better than I am, but I have fun with it because doing it that way, when you trace, you're literally just copying, so like the information goes in one ear and out the other, essentially, because you don't need to keep it in your head. But when you try and emulate it, it actually gets ingrained in your mind. So that's the way I've taught myself over the years. Practice, 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 yes. I still haven't played this new map yet. Maybe it is in the league thing. This guy. Gonna follow him.
The objective is now.
I am taking the objective. Join me.
Ever get that feeling, Clayton?
Ah, nearly got him. But the thing is, my wife challenged me to painting humans. She said, like, you've got dinosaurs down for the most part, but like humans are something that you really struggle with. And I was like, yeah, you're right. So like, I've been learning to draw humans via this cartoon. Basically, the cartoon series is not only for me to tell what I believe to be an entertaining story, but also like it's teaching me how to draw humans, because I'm doing them in a very stylized way. But yes, I killed them. But that's like baby steps towards learning how to draw them more realistically, because I used to draw dinosaurs a lot more cartoony when I was younger. Some I tried to attempt to do like, more realistic drawings. But yeah, but that's how I sort of taught myself. So like humans is something I always struggle with. So like drawing this cartoon series is really getting me to understand how to draw human figures. And I'm drawing a lot of inspiration from Disney, because they, for some reason, they know how to really get characters down in a stylized way, but also a believable way. Like their characters always feel like they're really alive and like real characters, basically like real people for the most part, even though they're quite exaggerated in their like sort of look and the way they emote, you believe them. So I've sort of been using that as kind of inspiration, not just like their look, but also the way they sort of make things. And I've been things like Tangled is something that you wouldn't necessarily think I would look for inspiration, but it is. Tangled is a great movie for that kind of stuff, and plus it's funny and really well animated. Come on, capture, 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 capture! Yeah! Ah. Chaos Knight says, yeah, drawing humans, especially hands, for me, are what hard. Oh, it's hard to draw hands. Yeah. For me, it's like the angle of heads. Like, you get the profile and you get the side view, profile of the head, and then you get the face on, you know, mugshot. But like drawing humans at angles are what I sort of struggle with. Clayton says, big fan of Disney's Renaissance. Lion King is actually my second favourite film behind Jurassic Park. Disney makes quality animation. Yeah. Did you ever go see Lion King 3D? Because I saw Lion King when it first came out, but I was very little, so I don't really remember it. I remember the stampede scene. That was one thing that stuck in my mind. But did you ever go see the re-release of it when they released the, you know, the 2D cartoon in 3D? It was so weird. It was like watching, you know, I don't know, almost like, it's how you imagine. They looked like 2D that sort of stuck out. It was really strange, but it was a really cool sort of effect. I'd never really sort of seen that before. We win! Actually, no, I missed it when they put it back out. Yeah, it was really good. My favourite Disney film is a toss-up. I usually say, Meet the Robinsons. Because that film, it's not just because it has a T-Rex in it, but it's so funny, and every time it just gets me. Like, I always get choked up at the end, and I'm like, oh, that film's so good. But then it's either that or Rescuers Down Under, because that giant eagle is so cool. But Rescuers Down Under, I don't know if I like that just for nostalgic reasons, because that was the first film I ever saw at the cinema. And then Tangled, probably. Rescuers Down Under is a classic, says Clayton. Yes, it is. And the soundtrack is banging. Like, really kick-ass. Hardcore Jed. Hey, my boy. Yeah, boy. How you doing, man? Clayton says, I love Aladdin, Hercules, and Tarzan. Oliver and Company was fun too. Tarzan I really liked. I've said this in the past before. I went and saw Tarzan at the cinema, and they had that Disney dinosaur trailer before it. The trailer that didn't have any like talking in it. It was just like the opening 2 minutes of the film. And I remember nothing of Tarzan, but I remember pretty much all of that trailer, like ingrained in my memory watching on the big screen as a kid. But I do love Tarzan. I do enjoy it. And Oliver and Company was something I didn't see until recently. My wife showed it to me. She was like, how have you never seen Oliver and Company? I was like, just never got around to see it. And I really enjoyed it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the
I enjoyed Disney's Dinosaur 2, says Chaos Knight. Talking in the movie was a bit odd. I didn't really mind it. I actually think Disney's Dinosaur is okay. Like it's not amazing. I'd much rather watch Land Before Time than Disney's Dinosaur, because they're dare I say they're pretty much the same story. But I do enjoy it. I mean, you can't not love the Carnotauruses in that film. Oh, if I had my ultimate, I could take them all out. Gee. Oh my god, they're all there. They're all there. They're pushing forward. Look at them. Okay, I'm going to try and catch up with them. I'm going to go down this way. I'm going to try and drop a bomb on them. Oh my god, I got him. Oh. The health was so low. Clayton says, man, I remember the Disney's Dinosaur trailer getting me so excited for the film. I was ready to see the jungles and the plains, went to see it in the theatre and everything. And everything was a wasteland for 80% of the movie. Yeah, I think that has something to do with it. I mean, in Land Before Time they have a sort of... oh, nearly got done by the dragons. They have a sort of similar thing, but I don't know, there seems to be a lot more plant life in Land Before Time. Or no, there's more like volcanoes and stuff, isn't there? It's a little bit more exciting than like a desert.
My ultimate is charging. Well, that just happened. EMP activated.
Thing is though, there was always that thing as a kid, like when I was like,
Best round lost.
oh, we lost. There was always that thing where you're like, any dinosaur film would come out or anything, you're like, nah, but this isn't Jurassic Park, is it? Oh my god, did I get that in?
Such beauty is wasted upon the soul.
Five, four, three, two, one. Round two. Capture the objective.
Let's try that again.
Ah! Two of us accidentally killed ourselves.
Securing the objective. And she's
Anyone
back
want
in the
to
game.
In range of the objective. Form up on me.
Tango down. My ultimate is
When I was a kid, I also loved the Doug McClure movie, Land That Time Forgot. Even though it's like super B-movie quality, there's something about that film I absolutely love, and I still do to this day. There's a charm to it that I just can't really describe.
My ultimate is charging.
back in the fight.
But like that's really hard to find on DVD now. But I that's like a film that is almost begging a remake as well. Like a good remake. They did like TV remakes of it, but or straight to DVD movies. But they need to do like a proper big budget AAA movie remake of The Land That Time Forgot. Such a cool idea of like a World War One submarine stumbling across, or World War Two, World War One, World War One, I believe. Clayton Fioriti watched it and loved it. Valley of the Guanji as well, even though it was stop motion. Instead, Time Forgot had practical effects. Yeah, the well, Valley of Guanji's Ray Harryhausen, so it's, you know, it's gonna have his mark on it. His his amazing animation, the style, as it were. But yeah, Land That Time Forgot. I nearly said Land Before Time. The Land That Time Forgot uses like puppets and miniatures, and even like big animatronics.
Much better. The objective is mine. Let's try that again. Time's up.
Oh, walk straight into that. I remember watching Baby, Secret of the Lost Legend as a child, says Chaos Knight. My first major movie involving dinosaurs. Then Jurassic Park stole my heart. Yeah. I actually don't remember much of like my love of dinosaurs before Jurassic Park. I had this one T-Rex toy that was like a red T-Rex on its hind legs. I've still got it. You see it in a couple of my videos. It's the one in my top 10 favourite dinosaur movies video. The one that walks past and roars into the camera. That's my very first dinosaur toy from 1987. That toy came out. I was born in 1988, so like I got it the year after that toy came out. But like, I've still got it, and I remember that was the only thing I had before Jurassic Park came out, and then everything else changed.
Capture the objective.
Clayton says, I've never seen Baby Secret of the Lost Legend. Really need to get around to seeing it. Yeah, do you know what? I've watched a lot of it. I've never watched it all the way through in one go. I had to watch bits of it for like my Jurassic June videos and sort of catch up on the plot and stuff. But I didn't actually sit down and watch the whole thing in one sitting for that series of videos.
The objective is now.
Oh, come on. British Tyrannosaur says, yo guys, yo dude.
Back in the fight.
Yeah. I just don't think I like the look of the dinosaurs in Baby. And also I don't like that title. Like that that's such a bad title. Baby, Secret of the Lost Legend. Walk straight into that trap. Have you guys seen the film When Dinosaurs Ruled the Earth? Because that film utilizes stop motion, but it's not Ray Harryhausen. It's this, I forget the name of the animator. I should really remember this. But before Jurassic Park, that was considered the film with the best dinosaur special effects that had been put to screen at the time. And when you watch that animation, it is incredible. And that's why a lot of people say that the banner in Jurassic Park that says "When Dinosaurs Ruled the Earth," when that falls down, when the T-Rex roars, that's like them saying, we're now taking the mantle of the best dinosaur effects. But that's just like speculation. I don't know if that's the actual reason they did that. Oh, come on. That's way too overpowered, that weapon. Chaos Knight says, I heard of When Dinosaurs Ruled the Earth. Yeah, you should look it up. It's really good.
My ultimate is almost ready.
Right, we lost that one.
Play of the game.
Yeah. Oh, you're looking up clips from the film. Look up the scene from where the guy's fighting the pterosaur, the pterodactyl, whatever they call it in that film. He's like fighting it off from a nest, and he like splits its wing with a spear. Like the animation on that is insane. Like, I mean, it'll probably look dated now because it's all stop motion, but like you gotta put yourself in the mindset that Jurassic Park hadn't come out. So it only really had Ray Harryhausen to contend to.
Welcome to Hollywood. Prepare your defenses. Select your hero.
Right in, I think it was 1978 it came out. If you look up When Dinosaurs Ruled the Earth, 1978, I think. And then, I don't know. Well, 1976, I think it, no, not 1970. Yeah, it might be 1976. Or 78. 76, 77, 78. One of those dates.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
I will strike our enemies where they do not expect.
Five, four, three, two, one. Attackers incoming. Defend.
I haven't played this new map yet. You think the full movie's on YouTube? Well, I do not condone watching it. Don't ever watch that film on YouTube. Not the whole thing. No, don't do it. Just don't watch it. You don't need to. It's against the rules. How dare you try and watch a full, awesome dinosaur movie on YouTube? That's one I've wanted to get on DVD, but I think it's out of print. And there's also, I think, versions of the film. There's like different versions of the film because there was like some nudity in it, and then they had to like re-edit it. Ah. Clayton says, "I'd love to pick up a copy of Gorgo sometime." Isn't that the British kaiju movie? Or am I getting that mixed up with something else? A little inspiration for the Rex in San Diego. Ah. Yeah, you should definitely check that film out. It's got some amazing animation. If you can try and see it in the highest quality, because then that way you'll appreciate it more. If if you're watching on YouTube and it's like really bad quality, I don't recommend it.
Objective lost. Stop the payload.
Ah, man. I had them pinned for a second. Big dinosaur and then the bigger dinosaur. British Tyrannosaur says, "I've watched Gorgo before. Interesting that instead of being a symbol for nuclear power, Gorgo involved animal rights similar to the Lost World in a sense." Okay. See, that's one film I've seen once, and it was ages ago. Oh, actually, no, tell a lie. I've seen it twice. Once ages ago, but once on a, I think it was a Mystery Science Theatre. They did Gorgo. Ugh. Have any of you guys seen the new Godzilla? The new Netflix Godzilla. I watched it yesterday, and I'm gonna do a review video of it with my friend Jack. We're gonna sit down and actually talk about it because he's seen it as well. Maybe we'll record the review as a live stream just to see, you know, kill two birds with one stone kind of thing. It's instantly one of my favourite Godzilla films they've ever made. Like, even though it's animation, it's amazing. Like, I was worried that because it was animation, they wouldn't be able to get Godzilla's like power and strength across, like they do in the live action films. But oh man, like you feel every hit whenever he uses his like atomic breath. The sound. I have a surround sound system, so I had the bass turned up. Oh, it just sounded incredible. So good. And it's a really interesting story. And again, like, I was saying this to some friends of mine. Like, there's like 32 Godzilla films. And I'll probably say this in the review. But, you know, I'll repeat myself here. There's like 32 Godzilla films or something. And every single one of them is different. And this one, yet again, proves that they can still come up with unique, cool ideas.
Wait for me.
It's really good. I highly recommend seeing it. If I had to have one negative towards it, I'd say that like having it part 1 and part 2 is a little bit annoying because now I really just want to watch part 2. But that said, that just goes to show how amazingly awesome part 1 is.
Wait, gotcha.
Rain from above. Gale from above.
Back in the fight.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Clayton says, recently saw the original Godzilla in Japanese for the first time ever. I'd seen the American version before, but never seen the original version of it. It's such an incredible and sad movie. Yeah, they really hit the nail on the head the first time round. I've only seen like the American version with Steve Martin. Is that the character's name? I've only seen that once, and I thought it was okay. The original Japanese version is the one I'll watch if I want to watch the original one. As part of the BFI collection, the British Film Industry or Institute, part of their library of films that they deem as like absolute classics. So it has a release here in the UK, and it is the original Japanese version that they've released on DVD over here. So that's the version I own. That doesn't have the American one with the character Steve Martin in it. Not the comedian Steve Martin. Well, look at that. We won. Finn.
Play of the game.
British Tyrannosaur says, I remember reading a Godzilla comic where he went back in time and destroyed the Titanic or a similar ship. Only Godzilla can make dumb stuff like time travel work that way. Yeah. Godzilla does all sorts. There's all sorts of there's even time travel in, what is it, Godzilla versus King Ghidorah. Chaos Knight says, has anyone checked out IDW's Godzilla comic series? I actually own like 7 or 8 issues of it. I picked up, issue 1 because it has the cover with Godzilla fighting the 98 Godzilla, or Zilla as they call it in that comic book series.
Prepare to attack.
And I was like, I've got to pick this up, and then I picked up a few subsequent issues. And for the most part, the story I found was like kind of weak. But, once you've seen like 1 or 2 monster battles in these issues, so obviously it's like building up to like another fight. I was just like, I've pretty much got, what I need from it there. But then again, I don't know. I haven't really read much more of it, so it could get really interesting for all I know.
Cheers, love. The cavalry's here.
Okay, he's going for gold. Oh, I nearly went in. That was so close.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
British Translator said, I read some issues, enjoyed the one where they brought Zilla back, and it did really well. Yeah. Yeah.
My point.
Stay down.
Der Kampf ist noch nicht vorbei.
They had a long run, more than I thought it would, said Chaos Knight, yeah. Clayton Fioriti asked, I wonder if Fallen Kingdom will have homages to old dinosaur movies like The Lost World and Jurassic Park did. I'll say this, I think one of the things it already does by homaging old dinosaur films is having a volcano. There are so many dinosaur films with volcanoes in them, it's unreal. Like, think of it. Land Before Time, they have a volcano. Land That Time Forgot, the whole island is engulfed in a volcano. The sequel, People That Time Forgot, there's a volcano at the end going off. Just trying to think of some other ones. Walking with Dinosaurs has a volcano in it. Lost Continent, The Land Unknown. So many versions of The Lost World. The Lost World 1925 has a volcano in it. Crazy. Like, there's so many volcanoes. And Jurassic Park has taken 5 movies to get there, but now they finally have a volcano. And yeah, so I'm going to assume there's going to be lots of sort of homages to old. Look at that, we just kicked their ass. Lots of homages to old dinosaur movies in that regard, I bet. British Tyrannosaur. Also highly recommend Godzilla Goes to Hell and Godzilla vs. Zeus. Literally 2 comics where Godzilla fights gods and demons. If you like over-the-top dumb OP Godzillas, then they are the ones to read. Godzilla Goes to Hell. That's funny.
Round 2. Capture the objective.
Godzilla fought Zeus.
Dein Schutzengel ist da.
The objective is now
I want to kill him twice. Ah, he got me.
Yeah. I'm on the objective.
Check me out.
Oh my word.
Der Kampf ist noch nicht vorbei.
Why is he just shooting the wall? Gotta get that sniper up there.
Back in the fight.
Will this stream be uploaded as a video on VOD, video on demand? Yeah, it'll be archived on this channel. I archive all my live streams for the most part. If a stream doesn't go well, then it won't get, you know, archived. There's some streams I do where like it's a pretty dead night, so it's like there's no real point. There's no conversation or anything. Oh shit! I knew the dragons were there. But yeah, I'll see what because we had that my PC restarted at the beginning of this stream, didn't it, or halfway through? So like I'll see what that does to it. If that means I have to upload it as 2 streams, then we'll see, or maybe it'll be 1. I'd like to like contain it as 1 and just, you know, cut out the bit where the stream went dead, just have it glitch and come back in. But I was originally gonna play Friday the 13th. I've got that on my computer, and I really want to do that as a live stream. So I don't know. Do I stop playing this, go make a new fresh cup of tea, have something to eat, come back and play some Friday the 13th? I don't know. I've got you now. Because Friday the 13th is a lot of fun. I don't know if you guys have seen it at all. I've said that I've gone on record saying that it's the it's probably the best movie to video game adaptation I've ever played. So good, and I'm a fan of the Friday the 13th series. So like it's definitely you know, worthy of that name. It might be the best thing to come out of the Friday the 13th franchise, but the only problem it has is being a... Oh shit, we lost that one. Being a like an online game or online only game, like when the people have moved on and the fad has ended, then it'll just be a ghost town. There'll be no one on it. But it's a really fun game. Oh. I'm gonna get this in there one day. Yes, that's a good idea, says Rayalu Ross. Chaos Knight says to cover the stream cut off, you could edit in a raptor scream. Would be funny. Yeah, if I have to do that, I'll do something stupid like that. British Transel says, been playing Resident Evil 0, my first classic Resident Evil. Surprised how much I enjoyed it. I'm sorry, I wasn't concentrating on walking. Surprised how much I enjoyed it, seeing as I'm not into puzzles or older games that much.
Where's the fun in playing fair?
There's some old games that are good. Definitely worth checking out. Chaos Knight said, I've seen parts of that game, wouldn't mind seeing more. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Thing is, I'd need my headphones on for that, because I need to hear like people talking, but I could, yeah, still stream.
Back in the fight.
Have a couple of rounds. So what I'll do then, after this game, I'll just take a break. I'll refresh. I'll do a hard refresh of myself, and then I'll come back and play some Friday the 13th. Oh, I nearly got him. Oh, I've got my ultimate now. The developers of Friday the 13th said it would have a single player content at some point. Has that happened yet? Oh, well, I think it has. It's just when you're playing against playing against AI in this game, it's like it's not got that element of fun. So like this, where I'm playing online, but if I played a bot, like the bots of Overwatch, then it's just not got that same feeling.
Well, that just happened.
Yeah, you might need to refresh the chat. If you refresh the chat though, you'll refresh it completely, I think.
Ever get that feeling, deja vu?
Look out. Chaos Knight said, I'll be here for some slash action. Alright, yeah, we'll give it a shot. I've never done it on a stream before. We won! Let's put a sticker out. Nope, didn't work. I like how the guy on the end looks like Doc Brown. Yeah, look, look how he looks like Doc Brown from Back to the Future. That's really cool. See, I usually hate that character, but I love that look. The mad scientist look, that's his best skin. I'm not so keen on his like Borderlands-esque skin. Alright guys, well what I'll do is I'll come back in 5 minutes and then, yeah, well in like, let's say, give me about 15 minutes and then I'll be back on. Alright? See you in a bit.